So for part one, what you're going to do is download the Detective Agency from Git. And I chose just to open it in Visual Studio. I did have to click on the clone button. And it is kind of busy doing that right now. Once everything has been cloned, then you should be able to actually run this thing. And you are going to be adding the attributes to the model. You are then going to be changing the post action method and modifying the view, similar to what we did in future value. So here is the Detective Agency. So you can kind of see how that looks. And we're going to exit out. And so the directions as far as what you need to do for models and for the controller and then for the view are listed. And for the model, you are going to have to create it because it does not exist. So you're going to create one called employee.cs. Don't forget to add the directive for the data annotations to the top. And then this is what you are going to need to key in. And you'll notice that there is a little calculate salary method that we can call after data has been posted. Then in the home controller, you are going to modify the post action method so that you check the state, and then if it's good, you can calculate the salary. Otherwise, the salary is 0, and then you pass everything on to the view. The Calc Pay view does not really have anything in it. So this is going to be your challenge because you are going to need to create a form that basically displays the ID name, hours, and rate. And then the weekly gross pay is going to be coming from the controller. So this is very similar to what was done in future value. Okay, and almost identical. Uh, Make sure that you pull in the employee model. That has to be at the top of the page. This is the code that you put there. And instead of a clear link, I created a clear button because I liked it better. So this is the code that you can use to create the clear button. Okay, and I used errors that were kind of inline errors. I did not do the summary at the top. And then if everything works, you get a gross pay. So that will be kind of your challenge in part one. But it's almost identical to future values, so it's not going to be all that challenging. Part two, you're going to take the future value home controller and you're going to add a contact action method, and then you're going to add a contact view. And then in the contact view, you can make up whatever information you want. So here's an example of information I made up for a fitness app. And in this employee, the detective agency, you can actually take a look at the information I made up for that contact page. You're also going to add an about action method to the home controller, and you're going to do an about view. And then you're going to make up information for that. So here's information I made up for a fitness app. You can take a look at the information that I made up for the detective agency, and you are going to make something up for future values. Then you are going to add a graphic to either the about or the contact view. You can style it however you want. You can add it to the background, or you can place it with the content of the page, similar to what we did in that future value page. And then you're going to save all your changes, run the app, correct any errors. So that is the assignment.